Hey guys, it's Riley here coming back at you with another video, and we're going to be doing FEOD 18, question mark, the final one. I could have sworn 17 they were saying was going to be our final one, but hey, maybe we'll go up to 20, who knows, I suppose. But we're going to be doing a full Final Fantasy 13 fight here. We have Lightning, Snow, and Saz. Now I know bringing a more AoE-oriented tank might be more beneficial, considering that's where Snow lacks, is with AoE damage. But the first phase, Lightning can pretty much deal with on her own. Same thing with Saz. And the second part, the Mermaid does this whole 60k Brave gang just like he did in Ultimecia. And Snow has a Last Stand, so he can pretty much deal with that on his own. So there's not really too much of a detrimental to our comp here if I don't bring an AoE tank. Plus, I don't really have any left. So there's that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the fight. I'd love to know what you guys did for this fight. This one's not too hard. I can get pretty overwhelming pretty fast with the amounts of AoE damage that the Reflegias do. And that's pretty much it, because everything else, like if you bring Gabranth, he's great here, because he can just auto-break the Mermaid in the second phase, he can auto-break the Reflegias. So Gabranth is good here if you have Gabranth. I already used him, so that's why I'm not using him here. Wool's good here as well, since he can just turn all the HP damage to 0. But I've already used Wool as well, so there's that. So yeah, I pretty much used all of my tanks by now. Don't be like me. Save your teams for later fights. Use me as the example. I kind of want to burst one down until it almost dies, because these Reflegias get a little tricky, get a little sketchy when one dies. If one dies and one gets off the AoE HP attack that they do, it pretty much auto-wipes your entire team. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just this team that it does it to. I don't know. I haven't tried it with another team. But every time I've done this team and I've tried to kill one and then burst down the other, and maybe I won't delay it as much because I'm saving some things on Lightning, it will get off its AoE attack and then kill me. And I have full Brave, like I haven't used any type of HP attack to cause a break. I don't take a break at all, and then it still kills me. And it still breaks me from, you know, max Brave, so that's really annoying. But if anyone has the answer to that, maybe it just does it when one dies, or it just does it, that's how it is, let me know in the comments below, so that way I know. But for my personal experience, that's what's been happening. Now, just a quick little discussion, I guess, about the Lufenia fight for Sephiroth. I'm sure you guys are wondering where my video is for that, of my clear. Now, I did clear it, so I wanted to get that out the way. I did clear it, but the video, every time I do the video, nothing goes according to plan, and I have a specific strategy that I do for the comp that I have, and I do it to the letter, I do it to the T, I don't deviate at all. It's just, this Lufenia fight really does test the skills and capabilities of your team, and if you're not on par or on point every single moment of the fight, it can get overwhelming really fast. And that is honestly really unfortunate, because if a newer player who has a good roster and has been playing, you know, at least for a month or so, because I do consider that new, and you dive into Lufenia maybe for the first time, maybe you skipped all of them until now, maybe you're like, yes, I have enough, I can do it now, and you attempt it, and you don't have good DPS, you don't have a good tank, you don't have good support, it really is unfortunate, because the fight is a humongous DPS race. And I don't really like fights like that. Like, I get it if you have, you know, for example, Sephiroth's burst and all of that. He's honestly really good here, because he can just, you know, attack everything for damage, and he does a lot of damage. However, I use Lightning for my clear, because I think she's just a little better than Sephiroth, because she can kind of control the bosses and when they want to go, and she has all that, you know, control over the fight. Whereas Sephiroth, it's pretty much, unless you use his burst early, you're not really going to get a control with breaks and things like that with him. Maybe that was something they could have done on his rework, but he didn't get one, so yeah. All he got was an LD and a burst. And speaking of his LD and burst, his LD is Scintilla, and that's kind of like his shielding kind of parry attack move that he does in at least the other Dissidia games. So I thought it was going to be the same thing in this game. Maybe he'll attack with Scintilla, then he'll have like this kind of shieldy guard up where he does a counter to you or something along those lines. But I guess that would have been way too cool for him because they didn't do that. So it's just an attack that does damage to buff targets, which nothing wrong with that, I suppose. But yeah, that's that. That's that on that. But I really want to know what you guys ended up doing for this Lufenia and how you ended up clearing it. I've noticed a lot of people use Reno, and every time I use Reno, nothing goes right. Literally nothing goes right. And I don't know why that is. Maybe the game is telling me to stop using him, I don't know. But I can never even get past the first counterpart for that Lufenia every time I bring Reno. But if I bring Wool, if I bring Gladio, I can get past it. So maybe it's just the Reno curse that I'm having, I suppose. Every time I use him, I literally can't do content. I couldn't even do it with his own Lufenia. I literally had to bring somebody else, and I think I used him as a friend unit in my initial clear, and that was it. But every time I bring him in my actual unit, everything just, you know, hits the fan really fast. Alright, so they're both in their AoE kind of Ori stance. And like I said, I don't want to kill one, but I do want to burst one down to its almost dead and deal with one. So I'm just trying to see like how we're going to be able to do this. Because I don't want to waste too many skills on lightning. I could summon as well, because I don't really need it for the second phase. Because I do have burst, that's basically a second summon. So we could summon if we needed to. I don't think we will though, I think we're good. Let me just think. Cause... alright. Yeah, let's do EX on this one. Is she gonna take a turn here? I don't think she will. The one time I can't trust Lightning stealing a turn, of course, she ends up not being able to do it. Just being a little more aggressive here because I don't need too many of her LDs for the second phase, especially since we have basically 3 because of her burst giving a free one to us. So we can be a little aggressive with her. Just a little bit, don't use too much. If you are using lightning for this one, at least. Alright, so let's keep on attacking this one, actually. Because I want to get it to, at least get it to red. That works for me. We kind of put it in a really weird spot, but let me think, let me see here. Because I could just let A get its AoE off, and just kind of deal with that. But I could just summon, because again, we don't really need it. But... I'll actually just Steel Guard here. Because I want to deal with one, I want one to at least, like, get it over with. See, perfect. But that never happens when one dies. Like, that was probably the smoothest amount of HP damage I could have taken on this one fight. Because I swear, when one dies, the other one just kills your whole team. So now that we got one out of the way, we can pretty much go back to our onslaught. That's also why we brought the Pinello character friend, just to kind of give us that AoE regen that Snow's lacking, since his C65, I thought, gave AoE HP regen to the party. Spoiler alert, it does not. So that's why we brought Pinello. Yeah, I'm gonna just use a skill here. Because I want this one to die. I want that one to die ASAP. Awesome. Hopefully this launch kills it, so... Okay, good. It doesn't live with like 1 HP left. Knowing my luck, it would have. You know, like another, I guess, discussion too as well, like, do you guys prefer using an AoE EX on a single target, or would you actually force yourself to wait before you use the EX? Because I find myself doing a little bit of both, like I'll use it if maybe there's a couple turns left and I know it's not gonna die, but if I know it's gonna die, like maybe within like the next turn or so, I actually won't use it. I'll save it and I'll keep using skills. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you do the same thing, or do you actually just, you know, you see the EX pop up and you just click it? Your fingers immediately click it no matter what. Because that's how I was in the beginning, but then I realized that, okay, maybe I should start being more strategic when I use my EXs. Alright. You don't want this one taking your turn at all. It needs to die. Ooh, okay. And this is a little bit of a pickle. Should I use LD again? Or C65? I think I'm gonna do the C65. I don't think I'll need any for the next phase, so we'll see. We'll see if that ends up not stabbing us in the back later. Okay, hopefully this EX killed it. Hopefully. Nope. Nope. See, like, right now I wouldn't use the CX. I'd honestly just keep attacking. Okay, please kill it. Ah! Whew. Okay. I'm sure you remember both of these bosses, the B boss being from Emperor, and then the A from Ultimecia. See, like, now I would use it, because I feel like that would have been a waste to use it on the last phase. On the first wave, I guess you should say. And then, oh, Snow has his EX, we can just use that. And this is what I mean, so we're just gonna LD here. We're gonna start the fight off hard. And just go all in with lightning. I want this one to, I don't want it to die first, because it's, unfortunately we have to wait when it has its little buff up. But I do want its buffs out of the way, like I want them to happen as soon as possible. So it's gonna happen here. It takes away every single buff besides frame, so maybe you can use that to your advantage. It's just like the Ultimecia one, does the same thing. But it's gonna be targeting Snow, and Snow has Last Stand, so that's gonna save us every single time. It would suck if that move was an AoE HP attack, but it's not, luckily. It's just single target. And actually just use a skill here. The bad thing with A as well is that it delays itself to the Shadow Realm. It's so far behind, and I just deal all this damage to B, and it kind of gets left behind. Almost in a way kind of forcing me to slow down the onslaught here, just so I can get A to move and take a turn. Which I might honestly just do right here. Alright, so A's gonna move, that's fine. B's just gonna buff up, which is fine as well, because that's not bothering us. And could LD again, but let's actually use a skill here. It's gonna use its ability twice. I shouldn't use it any more than that, so keep that in mind when you're trying to get the mermaid down. Alright, I gotta definitely bring up Snow's HP as quick as we can, because we need to get him at least, I think it's over 50% and he survives at 1 HP. So I gotta make sure at least he has that. Which he should... his EX doesn't heal, which is unfortunate. But, so we just have the Frost Strike here. There we go. He's gonna buff up one more time. And then this is where he does the attack. And we're good. Gonna bring out Pinello here just so we can start getting those AoE HP regens on the party. And just to help Snow out, I actually, if you're wondering the C sphere that I put on him, because I did end up putting up all 3 spheres on him, I put Rem sphere on him because I figured, you know, if he's taking a lot of damage, it might come in useful to kind of get him back up as quick as he can so he can continue to, you know, take damage and go back down to 1 HP. So that's the sphere I ended up putting on him. It works for this particular fight, but who knows if I guess if it'll work for any other fight. Guess we'll find out as we go along. That's why he healed so much there. Oh. Could summon here, to be honest, but I think I'm gonna save it for Saz's turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Hopefully the mermaid doesn't use the buff in summon, because that would kind of suck. I don't want HP, I don't want HP. I don't want Lightning to hit too many turns during summon. Just because she's running out of skills. And I know I have 1 LD left, but I don't want to use the LD in summon just yet. I could, in theory, use it now, to be honest. But I think I'd rather EX. And their character print is gone. Okay, we're gonna burst with lightning now. Hopefully this will take care of everything else. I'm gonna EX the mermaid because I want that one to die. I want it dead. Dead. I feel like Lightning's EX isn't doing any damage at all. But it is, I promise. We're gonna use LD on B, and then our burst on A. And again, we use our LD last, that way we have 2 turns of lightning at the end of her burst, so she can keep going with her onslaught. And that takes care of that. And last but not least, we have this scorpion looking thing. Which is going to die. Our final LD. Is it gonna kill it? We'll see. There we go. FFXIII 18 down with Final Fantasy 13. Let's see our results. 5 stars. Hey, 5 stars. Awesome. Who would have thought that I actually got a better score that time around with the Final Fantasy 13 team? Go figure. But, alright guys, with that being said, that's the fight down. I guess we just have to wait now for the next one, but if you like what you see here, let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment below, I'd love to hear from you guys, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, catch you later.